recovery from abdominal cancer and a return to playing hockey. Montreal's Saku Koivu was the story of the year in the NHL.
What a remarkable individual, and determined, and a great player. And he came back and in short order contributed to that team.
Combined with the backstopping of Hart Trophy candidate Jose Theodore, the Canadiens were anything but a pushover. In the end, it was the Canes who wrestled victory away in Game 1, and Kevin Weeks was 3-0 in his 3 first playoff starts ever, with 2 shutouts.
And Cole comes back the other way. Look at the speed. Eric Cole comes in. Theodore, what a save! Battaglia tried to get it back out in front. Battaglia for Cole. Score! Eric Cole gets the reward.
After we had scored the goal, after Batesy made the pass to me, he and Gilmore collided, and Gilmore turned and kind of threw a jab at Batesy, and so I basically just stood in the way of him to Bates. And I mean, obviously, I think it looked a little bit worse than what I intended, but then again, if our team scores a goal, what are they going to do about it?
Everything was going according to plan until Jose Theodore and Saku Koivu combined to take Game 2 from the Hurricanes, as the home crowd saw their first playoff loss at the ESA.
I still think maybe the best game that we played in the playoffs is Game 2 that we lose 4-1 at home. It should have been 46-16. We just dominate them, and Theodore again is phenomenal, and there's that fear. He's not just good at this point. It's a little unnerving.
In Game 3, the Hurricanes again tried to forcefully knock through the Theodore wall, but were denied time and time again. And just as all seemed lost, Bates Battaglia broke a hole in the wall, and we were headed to overtime once again.
Bates Battaglia knocked it down in the slot, and the Canes have tied it. Also 6 goals just in 8 minutes of game 5, and the Canadiens score! Right off the face-off, Donald Audette whips one through Kevin Weeks, and the Canadiens win.
Lose a tough one in overtime in a game that was pretty even, but I thought for the first game on the road in Montreal that we had played well, and now you're a little concerned. But I still think we can win it. Even if we had gone down 3-1 in that series, I still thought that we would win it.
In Game 4, going into the third period, the Canes were down 3-0. Jose Theodore seemed to be the immovable object as the Canes pelted away at him, only to come up short over and over. However, this game would be different, as the Canes displayed a trait we have witnessed all season: an undying will and an ability to never give up.
A lot of guys stepped up and said, we're not out of this, and I think a lot of people counted us out, and I think that the teammates that we had, the older guys, they definitely got us picked up and ready to come out for the third that game.
And I really felt, even going into that third period when we were down, even had we lost that game, we were still going to win, because we were by far the better team in that series. There was not even a question. I mean, we're bombing them, out shooting them, getting great scoring chances, and Theodore is standing on his head, and I think it was just a matter of time.
We've thrown everything we've had, but there's got to be something else we can throw at them. Let's keep going. Somehow we'll find a way to crack this. And I think the turning point was getting that first goal, and that just seemed to put a little crack in the dam, and all of a sudden the water started coming through.
It was a great pass right in the wheelhouse, and when you get a pass like that, basically all you got to do is swing hard, and in case you make contact, and get a shot on net, because the guys are going to be there in front if there's a rebound, and that got us started, and then it just snowballed from there.
Hill scores! John Hill getting the pass from Ron Francis on the one-timer. Carolina stays put on the power play, and they finally beat Theodore.
It was just building off of shift after shift, and every line that was out there, they were working hard, and you're thinking, what, if we keep this up, we can make something out of this.
And Bates scored to make that game 3-2. You could sense it again on the bench, and the guys they're starting to feel real good about themselves, and it's almost like they know an inside joke that nobody else knows. They're starting to they're moving different on the bench, and they're starting to get excited.
Now Battaglia walks, holds, shoots one, he scores! Short side on Theodore. Bates Battaglia has brought the Carolina Hurricanes within 1.
When Eric ties that game, it's almost like you shouldn't be surprised. Everybody's saying, yeah, that's what we thought was going to happen.
Here it's tipped, Whittemore after it. Battaglia turns, shoots Theodore to save the rebound. What do you say? Eric Cole, the Canes have tied it.
I was just standing in front, and there was one of the defensemen was near me. I remember getting hit by him, and then I just kind of drifted off to the back door while the puck went across, and I think Batesy got a tip on it. It was just a big scramble in front, and when I saw the rebound, I know that Theodore didn't see it, and so I tried to get a handle on it, and I actually almost lost it for a split second and got it right back. And before he even recognized that I had possession of the puck, it was pretty much in.
Everybody went out pulling on the same rope, and nobody was getting on anybody else's case. They're all just we were a team, and that was probably as good a team effort as we've had.
Nick Willeen, the perfect guy to score that goal. Throw it at the net. Jeff O'Neill, who had struggled a little bit in the first 2 rounds, wins a key face-off playing on the line with Vasicek, and Nick Willeen scores that goal.
Yeah, I got the puck, and I was just trying not to hit anybody.
Let's take the face off. Shot. What do you say? Nick Willeen! The Carolina Hurricanes have tied the series!
Well, I'm not a big goal scorer, so I mean that was just amazing to be the one to score the goal. And I thought the whole game, I thought it was like the turning point in that series, or it was.
And the Canes never looked back. They had broke through the Theodore wall, and now they were set to punch holes in at will. And the Raleigh Moms were treated to a 5-1 victory on Mother's Day.
We had a little momentum going into that, and I think that we came out and got that first goal, and I think that really put a nail in a coffin. And I think that they thought, oh no, it's going to be one of those nights, and it turned out to be one of them.
And he is hit hard by O'Neill, picked up by Shelina. He scores! Martin Shelina! 3 minutes and 17 seconds in. Cole into the Montreal line, is picked up here. Brindamore, the chance to score! Rod Brindamore makes it 2-0 Carolina. Centering pass, Francis, quick redirect, and score! Power play goal, 3-0 Carolina. This line doing a good job, and they score! Westland has scored to make it 4-0. Cole sets it up, Battaglia scores! They keep on rolling, 5-1. Shot deflects wide. Battaglia behind the goal. Brindamore out. The BBC is on. The shot. They score! Eric Cole gets the rebound, and the Canes are off and running. Theodore can't contain. Roosevelt almost knocked it in. They score! Right on the doorstep. It was delayed. The red light initially did not go on, but the Canes have a 2-0 lead. Francis confident at the point. Hill faking, dealing inside. Goes in! It pinballs by Theodore. Power play goal. The Kings have a 3-0 lead. South half stolen. Here's Cole over the line. Cole shooting one. Here's the rebound. They score! Joseph wants a check, and the Kings have a 4-0 lead. He sets up Kevin Adams. Adams over the line, coming up on Rouget, walking in. He scores! Kevin Adams. Joseph wants a check, and the Kings have a 4-0 lead. They hit the line, Jeff O'Neill shoots one, he scores! Takes it off, Montreal collapsing in the box. O'Neill is traffic and punch, run up, down the box. O'Neill shots, he saved it, he scored! John Hill on the rebound, his second of the game. Another power play goal, Carolina 3 for 3 in the power play, and they lead it. And the Carolina Hurricanes mission